Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of I Don't Live by Sight, I Live by Faith. My name is the Fabulous Thuto, and let's get in it. So now, my second checkup at Mukhari Eye Clinic came through, and then I saw the doctor. They examined my eyes thoroughly so. And then after, for a very long time, examining my eyes, even other doctors had to come in on the scene to check. So a couple of doctors rotated, checking my eyes. And then at the end of the process, they said to my mom, because remember I was 11 years old, they said to my mom, we don't see anything wrong with your son's eyes. There's nothing that we see that will enable us to at least do something like an eye operation. So my mom was shocked, myself I was shocked, because I can see that there's actually something wrong with my eyesight. But now the eye specialists say they don't see anything wrong with my eyes. And then they had me stand on the queue. It was me and other kids were standing on the queue to see the final doctor. Actually, it's not a doctor, I can say it's more like an admin, or yeah, it's more like an admin, some sort. As I was standing on the queue with other kids who were my age at that time, all of them, like, they handed over the card or the file actually to the admin, and then they gave them a date for eye operation file. They gave them a date for eye operation, and for me, they gave me a suite. They gave me a suite, and they said I should come back again for another eye test. Alright. It was sad for me though, like, because I didn't know if the eye specialists themselves say they don't know what's going on, and myself, I don't know what's going on, and now I have to live with this condition, not knowing what's happening, neither what's the cause. So that was a burden, a heavy burden on me at that time. So another checkup came through, and then they said to my mom, okay, let us admit him for 2 weeks so that he can be in the hospital for 2 weeks, then we can check again, put him in a drip and check again his eyes. But at the moment, we cannot do any eye operation. There was the doctor telling my mom. Then I was admitted in Mukhari, still 2011. It was October, beginning of October. I was admitted in Mukhari hospital, and then for 2 weeks they were examining my eyes. For 2 weeks I was on a drip. Like the way it was, like they put me drip on my right hand, and then after a couple of days they will remove it and put it on my left. Couple of days later they will put it on my leg, and couple of days later they will return it on my hand again. That's how it was. So I was in there for 2 weeks, and the doctors every single day they were examining my eyes. Still they couldn't find anything wrong. And at the end of the 2 weeks, on the day I was supposed to be admitted, my mom came through with the clothes that, okay, today I'm gonna be released. And then when I wore my clothes, like when back at home, I was excited, although I didn't know what was going on. And then I was sad that I can see that every day the eyesight is deteriorating. Every day my eyesight is deteriorating, but they say they don't see anything wrong. So when we were about to leave the ward, on receptionist, another doctor came through, and the doctor said, no, can we please stay with him again for another 2 weeks? Yo, my heart. Yo, for 2 weeks again. Oh, my heart. I cried, I cried so bad. I was shouting at the doctor because I wanted to go home. And I actually found out after the second 2 weeks that on that day, on the first 2 weeks, when I was supposed to have gone home at that time, actually at home they had a welcome back home surprise party. So imagine now, my mom at the first 2 weeks, she coming back, and then at home they prepared a table. It's a surprise party that I'm coming back. Everyone is there waiting eagerly for me. And then when the taxi arrives at home, and then everyone waiting eagerly to see me, they see my mom coming out of the taxi alone. I found out that when I was actually out of the hospital, and then that actually broke me, and then I could imagine what my mom went through at that time, having to come back home and everyone is waiting eagerly, and yet she's coming back alone. Yeah, so that was a very sad moment for me, having to hear that actually my family did a surprise party at home. So in the hospital, the environment was okay, and then what I liked the most is that there used to be competitions, because it was a ward. All of us were kids, and in one of the competitions was a drawing competition. Now I used to draw. I used to draw cartoons. I used to draw cars. So I had to enter the competition because I love drawing, and then I was sitting next to the window so that the sunlight can boost my sight so that I can see what I'm drawing. And the people I was competing with, they didn't have eyesight problems. They were having their own sicknesses that brought them to the hospital, but not even a single one of them had eye conditions. Only myself had an eye problem, So I was in a competition with those children who were drawing, and then I won the competition by the grace. I won the competition because I'm a very good artist. So I won the competition. That's one of the things that was exciting about being in the hospital. So then I won a Samsung J750. It was still brand new in the market at that time. So imagine that kind of a thing. And fast forward, I was out of the hospital after 2 weeks, and then after the whole 2 weeks thing at Mukhari, they gave me eye drops. I still came back, gave me eye drops, to the point that now the doctors told me that there's nothing more they can do. I need to go to a psychologist. And then they told me that there can't be anything they can do. We'll just have to wait. Maybe a miracle will happen. That's what the doctor said. They dismissed me. Is it dismissed or discharged actually? They discharged me from the hospital, from the eye clinic. Mukhari Eye Clinic, they discharged me saying there's nothing they can do. So I should not bother anymore to come back. I should just go see a psychologist so that they can help me accept the condition of having to lose my eyesight. Now, this is the end of part 2. We shall meet again on part 3 of I Don't Live by Sight, I Live by Faith. My name is the Fabulous Thuto.